This episode of UDS Election Hub is proudly brought to you by Dolce's Ghana, ice creams, birthdays, and more, and Burger Shack, the King Shack in burger making. Welcome to the UDS SRC Election Hub. Your host is Eastman Graham. Once again, it's a pleasure to come your way this afternoon. My guest today is a very fine SRC aspirant. She's one of the very finest aspirants we'll ever find in UDS Tamale campus. I present to you my guest for today, Christiana Ameyaw, aka Tiana. Tiana, it's a pleasure having you this afternoon. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So, how are you doing? How's the whole campaign been going?
Oh, I am perfectly fine, and by God's grace, everything is going on well and smoothly.
I'm glad to hear that. So, a lot of people say you are very fine, and of course, I can really testify to the graciousness of God.
Wow.
So, in a nutshell, I want to tell us, who is Tiana?
Oh, okay. Christiana Ameyaw is my name, and I'm popularly known as Tiana. I am the third of five children from parents, and I come from Ghana, I am a student of UDS and Tamale campus, and I'm often making free. I make level 300. My interests and my talents are acting, singing, sometimes dancing, and I am very good in MCing.
Yes. That makes two of us then. I am also professing the yard but I don't really know. Anyway.
Oh yeah, sure, you are very good in MCing.
So I guess, it makes two of us. So we'll just go straight to the point. Like, why did you decide to run for the office you want to run? What motivated your interest or your intention to want to be the next SRC Secretary?
Well, first of all, when I got into UDS level 100, I was deep diving into the positions that I've been held in UDS Tamale campus. I have held so many leadership positions back at SHS, even right from primary school. Right from primary school, I've been the class prefect from primary school up to the primary section. I was the girls prefect, and then moving on to JHS, I was the class prefect up to JHS 3, and I became the girls prefect. And in SHS 2, I was the girls prefect, and I was the class rep for my class. I was also the president for my department. So I have held so many positions.
Amazing roles there.
Yeah, sure. And when I came to campus here, I have also held so many secretarial positions. I am very influential. And when I heard about UDS SRC, actually, it has been on my heart since level 100. And I wanted to come up when I was in 200, but I was a bit of fighting with my GPA, so I couldn't come up. And now I think I'm stable, so that's why I'm here.
I'm so
it
glad
has
to hear
been
that.
my passion.
I'm so glad to hear that. And with this issue about this whole GPA thing, I want to know your sincere take on that. Do you think it was a good thing to have a GPA limit where in cases that if a student falls below that GPA criteria, he or she doesn't qualify for a particular position? Do you think it is really about the academic aspect or the intellectual capacity of an individual to handle a few of these offices like that?
Well, I can't really say much, but with my concern, I feel that once you are a student, it's really necessary to have some particular part of being at having some part of GPA, a very stable one before you come in for, because coming in for the position is not just coming to relax. It comes together with studies. It will be a bit difficult. So when you have a stable GPA, sometimes probably about 3.5, then at least, even if you are not able to improve, you can maintain it, and that is at least a normal GPA, and it's good for everyone.
Right. It makes a whole lot of sense. But on the other hand, I feel that if a student is willing, if a student really has the interest of students at heart. I've seen some aspirants in the past who were disqualified because of their GPA. But if you are to think about it objectively, although it's very good, as you said, to help you maintain that academic, thing, and then still be on your feet in your role. I think you could make a few exceptions as well, like a few individuals. I mean, exams is exams. You can't really judge a person's, intellectual abilities with GPA, if I may say. So, well, I mean, we'll leave it to the discretion of our bosses. So, again, I'm so excited when I see students want to be involved in the SRC to make a change. So, I would like to know a few of the things you would want to bring on board if you are elected SRC Secretary. What do you think you can add to the quota?
Thanks for your question. I have so many things that I want to bring on board. Many students think that SRC secretary particularly, you can't really do much because you are just under the president and you are just supposed to follow his instructions. But I particularly think that I can do a lot. And most importantly, I am a woman and I can do a lot.
I love the power of womanism.
Very sure. And I can liaise with the WUCOM, the SRC WUCOM, to come up with programs, that concerns women empowerment and all that. Right. There are so many issues that are coming up from UDS, Tamale campus. One of them is the licensing system. Right. Liaise with my other executives the aspirants to maybe see the NGOs. There are so many non-governmental organizations around. So at least, even if maybe they can connect solar systems to lighting systems on campus, so that even if there is light out, the solar system just pops out. That's the better.
A typical example of that is how the GUSS hostel on campus has managed to have a form of a solar plant to power a few portions of their block. So in this case, like in cases of like doom stores and all that, a few of the students who might not even have that in their block can at least have a few friends who have it on their block, and then just go there and enjoy it. And so
we can't fully rely on the school's administration to do everything for us.
Exactly.
We have to do something by ourselves.
Exactly.
And as me being a secretary, I am the right hand of the president. I can always influence him to do much. Like I said, I'm very, very influential.
I can see that. I feel your influence on me right now, but I'm also trying to feel how sound well.
Wow, that's nice.
It's just by the way. Anyway, so again, do you believe that the SRC has the necessary resources for the development of the school? I like your point about we not having to wait for the administration to do everything for us. I think that as an SRC, as a student front, we can take out some of these initiatives, start them, and then the administration can just add up to what we've already started. So, do you think the SRC really has all the necessary resources for development in UDS America?
Thanks for that question. Well, to me, I think they have the maximum strength to do whatever they can to help the students of Tamale campus. Like I said, you don't have to wait on the administration to do everything for you. And the best thing is, at least the little that they have, they manage it effectively. You are not called in or voted upon to come and embezzle funds and all that.
Exactly.
If you manage it effectively, at least the small you have, you can do something quality with it. So I think they have the resources. It's just about the management. If they are good on that, then they are good.
Right. I know the SRC really has money. Well, I see the SRC to really have money. I don't really know. I have never taken an SRC executive position before, but from a few of the rumors we've been hearing that some SRC presidents, as far back as 2017, 2016, had wardrobe allowances to the tune of about I reserve my comments, but I mean
Oh,
some
really? I never
outrageous, amount just for like say his wardrobe alone. So
Wow.
I think, are you trying to say that these allocations should not, at least if all can be pushed, like if we cut down on a few of these allocations for student development, do you think it's a good idea?
Well, to me, it would be good, but I don't know what others think.
Right.
But I really think that it would be good because although we can't work with bare hands, and definitely you have to have some small enjoyment from it. But
So
that is
I love
not really why you are there.
Exactly.
You are there to serve the students.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So if you are giving that is okay. But you make sure that you are not there because of that. You make sure that the reason why you convince the students and what you told them that they should vote for you when you come, you do it. You make sure that you do them. Once you are doing them and you are enjoying those things, nobody can hold you up. Because what you said and they believe in you are doing it.
Exactly, right. Also, I think if we look at it from the SRC government in the past, have pushed a lot of our resources, our monetary resources, and I must say, into basically just the SRC week. So if you observe from a standpoint, like as far back as 2014, 2015, 2016, most of the money just go into the, say, the entertainment aspects of development. So do you think we could also harness a bit of these resources from, like, say, we're going to pay an artist like Shatawali and in quote an outrageous amount just to come and perform for like 2 or 3 minutes and then he's done? Do you think that if we also like push a bit of these monies into some little things as getting a solar for, say, the Sanarigu block or a few other private hostels, do you think it's also a good idea to consider?
Yes, please. That is very nice, and it's one of the things that I have really been thinking about it. And maybe if I should come into power, well, we really with the students, entertainment is good.
Right.
It's good for everyone.
Exactly.
But
I love the SRCPs. I love all their programs.
But whichever way, there are entertainment. Departmentally is there. There are dinners, there are sports activities, and that is why those people are also part of the executive council of the SRC. That's why they are there. They are there to serve the students departmentally. So if those people are there and they are serving with entertainment, dinner, sports, then the SRC, the major executives can also come up with the other things, especially like the lighting system, lecture halls, and all that. They can try to, manage their resources on that instead of those other entertainments, and then they will even like go ahead and take almost 1 week for holidays and just using it for SRC week just for celebration. The school have to fill the SRC, but they will fill the SRC through many other options. Like just DC did 2020. He just built out solar panels all over the street lights, and when there is light out, it helps. Even though he couldn't bring up so many entertainments on board because of the COVID break, but what he did, you can really see that it's really helping students.
And so you are still watching the UDS Election Hub. My guest is Christiana Ameyaw. We'll be right back after this break. This episode of UDS Election Hub is proudly brought to you by Dolce's Ghana, ice creams, birthdays, and more, and Burger Shack, the King Shack in burger making. So this is where we end up on today's discussion. My guest has been Christiana Ameyaw, aka Tiana. She's running for the position of the UDS SRC Secretary this year. My name is Munch. Thank you for watching.